Hey everyone, welcome back to the Geek Branch podcast. It's been a little bit. We missed you guys. We are back. We're energized. We are ready to discuss our geek nerd out culture. It's been way too long. I'm so glad to be back. As you know, I am your host, Tim, for the segment Branch Wars, and these are my co-hosts, Cussler and Dane. So, as some of y'all that are our fans that live in America know that just by the time you see it's been 2 days, the Super Bowl, big old American pastime, had just finished. So with that, what better time to reveal some sort of big thing during commercials like companies typically do. So Marvel and Disney needed to make sure they pushed Disney Plus onto the masses to remind people why they need Disney Plus. And with that, what they did was they showed off essentially a 30-second trailer showing different bits and pieces of their upcoming Marvel shows. It started off with not Captain America, but Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I mean, he is Captain America.
He will be.
But
Yeah. And then we got the very exciting looking WandaVision. And then we got just a teensy little teaser for Loki, which has some pretty big implications. So first of all, what'd you think of the little bit that y'all did see before I go diving into what we actually saw?
I don't remember what the old movie is called, but there was an old movie that had a trailer on one of my old VHSs for one of the movies I would watch. And it was a movie where a brother and a sister get transported into an old-timey TV show, and they have to live through the movie.
Pleasantville.
Yes, that one.
I love that movie.
I
love that movie.
The WandaVision parts.
It has Tobey Maguire and Kristen Dunst.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, it was really funny because it was a few years before Spider-Man came out. And as you know, they played Peter Parker and Mary Jane.
Right,
so it was
right.
funny seeing them play brother and sister.
Thank you. I could not think of the movie.
Have you seen that movie?
Mm-hmm.
It's really enjoyable. I like it.
I have never actually seen that movie. I just remember the trailer for it.
Really? You never seen it?
Nope.
I recommend it.
One of the older goodies like Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
I've seen
Another
that.
Super Bowl commercial.
Yes. Yes.
That was fun.
We actually did have some good Super Bowl commercials this year, unlike some previous disappointing years. But let's go down to break down this trailer. We got a little bit with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. What we did see at first was Falcon throwing Cap's shield as if he has superhuman strength like Cap's shield. Like Captain America. My bad. And he's at some random house. We can confirm it's not Hawkeye's house or it's not the Falcon's house because we've seen Falcon's house. That's just some random person's house. We don't know whose house it is.
I mean, they could have been the government house they gave Bucky.
Or it could be the just Avengers grounds. I mean, well, granted that is destroyed, but still.
Could be.
I'm thinking that it's just a random house they gave Bucky. I feel like that's Bucky's house
I could see it.
Why would the government give him a house?
because he deserves one.
He's a
freaking
hero.
retired vet that they finally got back from Wakanda. I would treat him very nicely.
He's also
I
a
don't
hero.
know how the government actually feels about him.
I mean, I would think of him as an asset. Literally, they're putting him together with Winter Soldier. I mean, sorry, they're putting him together
No,
with
they're
Falcon. They're not. They're not.
They're
putting him-
still considered outlaws because
Oh,
of the
really?
Sokovia Accords.
Seriously,
Yes.
we're still on that.
Yes.
The Marvel universe is ridiculous.
Okay, so
I'm like, I would have long since gotten over that with the whole, in game.
No, it's still a thing.
ridiculous.
Well, I'll go back to why I know for sure that that's still a thing.
I would have rehired them so quickly. I'm like, welcome back to
Yeah,
the
that would have
American-
Actually to prove his point, Dane, you remember when Captain America walked into one of the
during
so
Infinity War.
during Endgame?
No,
Yeah.
no.
And-
I'm just saying after
Or no,
the
it is
aftermath.
it is
No, I'm
Infinity
saying
War.
after Endgame, I would drop everything
Because they
related
saved
to
the
Sokovia
entire
Accords.
universe.
Yeah, I was just like, look, we need these people on this planet. Let's roll this back.
That's not how the
Open up a new
government's going to
government
work.
Organization. No, you would have to be absolutely ridiculous to think that you should actually continue to put them on the offshoot after Endgame.
I'm just saying this is what I know.
Okay.
But so with that, you also see a sequence which, for whatever reason, we got people in those flight suits that look like trash bags, and you see somebody trying to shoot someone else in one of those trash bag flying suits.
Squirrel suits, man. Squirrel suits.
They look like trash bags.
Squirrel suits. They're like
Anyways,
flying squirrels.
Yeah.
I assume it's a flashback from when Falcon was in that initiative that he was in before he
His
got the
unit?
cool. Yeah, before he got the really cool back.
Well, no,
jetpack
he
thing.
always had the jetpack. That was part of his unit.
Yeah, but it might have been like when they were still like trying things out before they actually got it.
I mean, it could just be a training flashback.
Yeah,
He was
training
literally just a
flashback.
part
Yeah,
of a flight. He was literally
Yeah.
just part of a flight team that
Yeah.
had the Falcon suit.
yeah, I don't know what you would call it. And then the next sequence that I remember is when you see some people that aren't familiar might think, oh, it's Captain America, but Captain America's dead. That's not Captain America. Who you see is the U.S. agent at a random football game giving some random guy a high five because the government's trying to hype him up to be the next Captain America. He's played by Kurt Russell's son. I can't remember his first name, but I just know he's Kurt Russell's son. So it'd be all right. He's famous. So we know that with the usual storyline with U.S. agent is that he's taking over the place of Captain America when either Captain America's dead or is wanted by the country.
When he's nomad.
Yeah, when he's nomad. So that's why everybody pretty well knows that he's the one that the country, not the country, but the government wants to accept as Captain America, not the Falcon. They don't want him to be, because he's, to them, he's still...
He's a criminal.
He's still a criminal. Even though what he did with Endgame, you would think would be like, oh, okay, he saved us. We're good. No.
I mean, I still wouldn't pick him as Captain America, but I would totally hire him as a hero.
Right, but he's still wanted by the government, so they don't care.
I still would have given it to Bucky.
You also see
Most
Bucky.
everybody would have given it to Bucky.
You see Bucky and Baron Zemo fight each other. You see some sort of gun, and the bullets are falling to the ground, and that's the basis of the Winter Soldier and Falcon trailer. You see a lot of stuff that you kind of were already expecting with that one, and then with the WandaVision one, while we were kind of getting told, oh, it's gonna be like it's gonna be a turn on a sitcom. We got to see more about it. You see different, basically inspirations of different decades of sitcoms. So first you see her
I Love Lucy.
in I Love Lucy. Some say Dick Van Dyke and some of the other ones. I agree. It's I Love Lucy. It's in black and white.
I don't care.
Someone theorized the reason why she's starting off with that sitcom.
Uncultured swan.
You never watched I Love Lucy?
Or any of the black and white sitcoms.
Annie Griffith Show? None of those?
No, I've watched Annie Griffith Show.
Oh, all right. See, there you go.
You got one good one.
Yeah.
Sanford and Son.
No, I was saying I don't care which one it was based off of.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was saying. I've seen some of them, Dave.
Yeah. I was about to say, have you seen Sanford and Son?
No.
Well, that wasn't black and white, though.
That was after.
Yeah, that was colored.
That was in the probably like the 60s and 70s,
Late
right?
60s.
Yeah. Anyways, so
Red. Anyway, proceed on.
we got to that. A lot of people are theorizing the reason why she started off with that sitcom decade is because when we last seen Vision, he's black and white because he had the soul gem taken out of him.
Oh yeah, when his cranium gets crushed by Thanos,
Exactly.
He fades out of color.
So we assume the reasoning behind that is because she's seen him last in black and white.
I would just like to think that she's from a third world country, and basically that's what her TV channel
Was
ran.
a bunch of sitcoms.
That's what I'm saying. That's what her TV channel ran, and I'm just like, yes.
And then the next decade sitcom is very clearly the Brady Bunch. I mean, they have the stairs and everything.
Yes.
Yeah. So Brady Bunch, that's cool. That's probably the most popular one during its decade, obviously. I mean, they even did like an HGTV thing renovating the original house. So, and that was just like last year. That's how big the Brady Bunch is. And then it went to what we assume is the 80s, 90s. People are thinking it's based on Roseanne, which while that's great, I want them to have some sort of homage to her twin sisters, Elizabeth Olsen's twin sisters, Mary Kate and Ashley's very famous Full House sitcom.
You want Full House?
I just want some sort of like little
I know
like
we can't get it, but I wanted the Cosby Show.
that'd have been
like I'm just saying. I know
that could work because they're trying to do a dark turn kind of on the show, and they could be like somebody with
I'm just saying if we could just have a skit with Vision.
It's
doing
funny.
Bill Cosby
with the pudding.
It's funny. I like that we all three actually think of that differently. I'm on the Roseanne one. You're on the Full House one, and he's on
the
the.
Cosby Show.
Cosby.
I like that we're all
Oh
different.
my
on
God,
that.
am I a stereotype for one in the Cosby Show?
No.
No. Cosby, regardless of Bill Cosby, that show was entertaining.
It was.
For all of our pure audio listeners, I am African American, so people are like, "Oh, hey, Cosby Show." Yes, I love the Cosby Show. I know what it is.
With Roseanne, it makes sense. That was probably
I actually I watched a lot of Roseanne as a kid.
yeah. And then the only reason why I went Full House is because her sisters. That was their big break.
I also watched
as
a
little
lot
kids.
of Full House.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, it just makes, if they don't do it, I just want them to do some sort of little joke about it. I mean, it's the perfect opportunity.
Yes.
I mean,
and if she does decide to make the artificial family, we could do.
it's a thing.
Okay, yeah, so we could do Malcolm in the Middle too. Malcolm in the Middle.
So you do see, and I think it's during the Brady Bunch era of her sitcom delusion, the world she's created. You see two floating, what's the things? The Lord, that they suck on.
What?
Pacifiers.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just like,
I'm sorry. I am sorry. That sounds so wrong.
That they suck on. What are the two things? I'm like, what?
What?
Pacifiers. Yes.
We're gonna get demonetized just for that right there. Anyways, so you see that, and you see
Bill Cosby is what did us.
Yeah, probably. And then you see not strollers, but basically baby beds, and you see just like the tail end of them, and then they're just kind of looking at them like that, and so you know that they're having kids in the show. That you also see that they got married, and then the best
timeline.
Yeah, the last decade that you see her in her traditional Scarlet Witch outfit. That's it kind of looks more like a costume, like a Halloween costume.
I mean, yeah, it probably is a Halloween costume in this universe. But it is her,
her
traditional
hero. Yeah.
Yeah, and it is what people are assuming to be the modern family decade. The really popular sitcom that's not like Big Bang Theory from our decade.
You mean Modern Family?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, but that's like, I don't know. I didn't think there was a 2000s. We did.
Yeah. During when you see her by the stairs in the Scarlet Witch, you can tell it's more of a modern look with the cinematography.
Yeah, it kind of does look like Modern Family. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm okay with that. I love Modern Family.
I haven't watched the show in quite a few seasons, but it's entertaining. So you get a better feel within those 15, 20 seconds that because they focused on WandaVision the most because it's the one that's coming out the earliest, and you really get the gist of what they're going for, which they had already explained, but it's really them explaining it and them seeing it as two totally different things. I'm hyped for it. It looks great.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun.
Well, I like WandaVision. So of the three, I think my order of I am interested in watching is WandaVision at 1, Loki at 2, Falcon and Winter Soldier at 3.
I thought you were going to say Winter Soldier and Falcon at 4.
Is there anything else? Because I dropped them, yes.
What if, the animated thing?
Yeah, sure.
But it wasn't in the trailer.
Yeah, it wasn't mentioned. So, but whatever. What if? And then Falcon and Winter Soldier. Look, I am very touchy about the title of Captain America goes.
I know.
I am very, very touchy.
That's okay. So then we get a short tease of Loki where he's in what you would assume is a prison jumpsuit. And it has this logo. And the logo is TVA. A lot of people don't know what the TVA is. Especially, I mean, even comic readers, because they're
have
from,
to be reminded of it, but they're functionally Marvel's time cops.
Yeah, they're the Time Variance Authority. They're essentially the multiverse cops.
Which makes a lot of sense, given that if this is the Loki we think it is,
Loki.
It's the one from
They
Endgame.
confirmed that is the Loki of the TV show.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Otherwise, our Loki's dead.
Yeah. Oh,
like a hero.
Yeah. No, he died like a hero.
Yes, he did.
Spoilers.
Well, I mean,
come on.
I mean, Lord, if you're watching this, and you're watching this, dear Lord God Almighty.
Look, stop time traveling. Go back and watch the movie.
Yes,
because the only way that you could have possibly missed it.
It's still at least somewhat safe to say it, just because there are people that get mad.
It's been like a year.
I agree with you, but there are people.
I don't care. Those people aren't people. Those people are bots, NPCs.
There's a person in town that's like that. That's
An NPC.
But there's a person that hasn't seen Endgame yet.
There's one of our friends. I say friends.
Yeah, I know you better put the person in the dumpsters. What that is.
When I think Infinity War was coming out, he was like, "No spoilers, please." And somebody had said, "Like, what do you mean, just for?"
I know who you're talking about.
Yes, and then he's like, "No, I haven't seen like to Captain America: Winter Soldier."
You can't.
And then
that's way too far back.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm still. There are those people.
They have Disney. If you don't have Disney Plus, go ahead and go get it and watch the rest of them. That's that Netflix doesn't have.
I'm just saying.
I know. So with that, what I thought would have been funny, because Super Bowl normally tries to do like the commercials, they like a comedic effect. That's the most memorable ones, the funny ones. What would have been funny was we recently got an announcement that none other than Owen Wilson is going to be playing in Loki. It'd have been so funny if you saw.
Wow.
Yes, if you saw Loki in the suit, in the jumpsuit, and you had it panned to someone else, and it's this time variance cop, and he's Owen Wilson. He goes, "Wow," and it just stops there.
It would have just been nice to just toss him there.
Yes.
Just for the meme ability.
Yes, and I think Owen Wilson would have totally done it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think he understands he has a meme.
Hired for the role, so you might as well get out there and sell your stuff.
I am quite interested if that's what if they're going to have him be like an agent for the TVA or something like that, or a bigger role of the Marvel universe.
Yeah, I mean, I presume that what they're going to do here with this story arc is the same thing as the Kid Loki story arc.
Yeah, he's supposed to become like Loki is the rumor.
Yeah, they're going to just run the Kid Loki story arc, so they're going to make Loki heroic. Again, he probably will end in the exact same way that Kid Loki ended, which is actual Loki comes back. Which I don't think it's going to be the exact same, but
this is the rumor is this is the road to make him Kid Loki, essentially. And then after the series, he is Kid Loki, and he's going to be in a couple of movies, and then he becomes adult Loki again.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you're going to do it one for one, because adult Loki kind of just consumes Kid Loki, so nobody really wants to Yeah, yes. Nobody really wants to see that, but I think that's probably how that's going to work out.
Yeah. So overall, did you think it gave us enough information for a 30-second clip?
I think it was enough to get us hype.
It's a super teaser is what I consider that to be. It's longer than your standard teaser trailer, but it's a super teaser.
Yeah, they did a good job, I think, of like saying, "Hey, we're making this, and it is movie quality. Give us time, because we're trying to make a TV show that's the quality of a movie, because it's essentially like a 3-hour-long movie."
Yeah, I know. And they're basically coming around and they're like, "Hey guys, I know that
keep your subscriptions
unsubscribed because The Mandalorian ended, but come back. We got good stuff." And I'm like,
"Come back, we have cookies."
Yeah, they are so desperate to make sure that people keep their subscriptions that I'm sure this is the reason. I might be wrong, but originally, Falcon and Winter Soldier was supposed to come out 2021. Well, it got pushed up to 2020.
Yeah, I mean,
and so did WandaVision got pushed up further in the 2020.
Yeah, I mean, because obviously Disney is just lacking content after Endgame, period.
Yeah,
both in the movie realm and in the TV realm.
Well, we'll be getting plenty now for this year. We'll be getting let's see. Well, if you count New Mutants, that's not technically part of the MCU, but you got that. You got Black Widow.
Hail Bear. Excuse me, sorry, I love.
No, you're fine. Actually, I really did like that last trailer. It actually did make me more interested into the movie.
Hell Bear. New Mutants is one of my jams for the X-Men, and like a lot of people didn't really care about it, but I really loved it, and Hell Bear is just amazing.
Actually, I like the New Mutants.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people they're not their favorite X-Men group, but they actually rate pretty highly for me.
Right.
A lot of more people are like, "Oh, I wanted X-Force," or "I wanted Generation X," and I'm like, that's cool. I respect that.
Right.
But I like the New Mutants.
Granted, I will say a lot of my like of the New Mutants is just magic, but I do like the New Mutants.
Yeah, the magic reveal was really cool.
She's like the least likable of the entire group.
As she should be.
I like villains, antagonists, anti-heroes.
Right.
Yeah.
We're getting a little better as I go up.
But so they got plenty of stuff now, thanks to Disney Plus for 2020. It did look barren, but there's a lot more coming out. 2021 looks like it's going to be a really full slate. We got a lot coming. We also got a rumor going around about the Fantastic Fours being in the Phase 4, and that'll be announced soon. We can talk more about that when we get closer to that reveal. It's still quite a few months away, they're expecting. So I'll talk more about that as a topic down the road, guys. So please subscribe, please like. And then when that video comes out, don't forget, we have that there. We have the info for you. We'll get to the scoop of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Most of all, thank you for letting us get to the root of our geek culture with you.